Hi everyone, my name is Sheifumi Mojid. I'm a study advisor at Sable International, and I'll be your host on today's episode of Study Abroad Guide with Sable International, where we explore all things related to studying abroad. Here with me today is
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Odiakose. I'm a study advisor at Sable International.
what is Sable International? You might be wondering, but guess what? We'll explain all that to you shortly. Sable International is an organization that provides study abroad advice, application, acting as the official country representative for over 500 international education partners, helping students with university program and country selections, admission, and visa application.
Yes, so Sable International, we have direct partnership with universities across the world. We have partner schools in the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and the likes, and our services are free. Yeah, our services are free to fee-paying students. So when we apply to one of our partner universities, we just expect you to go ahead paying your tuition. We don't charge you for putting in an application and all of that. Our services are free. So,
Thank you so much. In each episode, we dive into everything from choosing the right program to adjusting to a life in a new country. This podcast is here to support you every step all the way. And our topic for today is
common mistakes to avoid when studying abroad. I'm very excited about this particular topic we selected today because I feel it's very important. Not I feel, it's very important for people to know mistakes to avoid when studying abroad. And
yes,
number one common mistake to avoid is poor financial planning.
very important.
It is imperative for students to recognize the significance of effectively managing finances while studying in a foreign country. Students should take note of the living costs of the particular destination and also tuition of that particular university. You might want to say,
Definitely, we all have different university with different tuition fee. All you just have to know is not the part payment of the application you are trying to get into, but the full payment itself and what is required for you to pay. Not that after you pay 50% of your tuition fee, you don't know how to go about the remaining balance. You expected to travel down to the country to get a job immediately and make up for the other payments. Most of international students thinks is that easy, which that is not the case. This advice is based on what we have experienced on a day-to-day with our students at
yeah,
Sable International.
yeah, and also poor financial planning can lead to a significant stress and potentially derail your academic journey. Yes, to avoid this, create a realistic budget, explore funding options like scholarships and grants. A student can actually get disconnected if he or she starts wondering, how do I get to pay the rest of my tuition? It can actually derail the students academically. So it's
Yes.
very important for students to know that after paying a deposit, they're expected to pay the rest of their tuition when they arrive at the university. It doesn't just end at them paying their deposits.
Definitely. And if you have the capacity to pay more than 50% of your tuition fee, you can go ahead to do that. If you also want to pay the full payment, is allowed. That will take the stress off you when you arrive on campus and trying to get settled in the new country you
I
find
would also
yourself.
like to advise students to stop having this mindset of, okay, when I get there, I'll get a job that will enable me pay the rest of my tuition. It's not always easy like that. We're
No,
talking from experience. Yes, you might be expecting that, okay, once I get to this particular destination, I'll get a job immediately. There is not always easy like that. So make proper plans for your tuition is very, very important. And also, poor financial planning. Okay, under poor financial planning, you create a detailed budget. Yes, so we at Sable International, we like to work according to students' budgets. Yeah, so we have some destinations that tuition is not on the high side. So that's why when students, when they come to us, we ask them first thing first, what budget are you working with? If we know the budget you are working with, then we can be able to advise which destination fits into that budget.
Yes, at Sable International, if you are reaching out to us for the very first time and you already have a budget of what you want to work with, and you have this destination in your mind that that is your budget for that destination, once you give us the figure, we let you know of where that particular budget fits in. And even if you don't mind, we go further by assisting you with how you can get the order payment being sorted out with all of these international loan companies that assist the students that are willing to study abroad. Once you have this 50% of your tuition fee and you're still struggling on how to get the other 50%, that would no longer be a burden on you.
Yes, and also it's important to explore different accommodation options. Shared housing or student dorms can be more affordable than private apartments.
Yes, it is. I think for some students, the security, the privacy is what you look out for. In a country where you don't know anybody and you're going there for the very first time, you need your comfort. That is very important. And most of this accommodation gives you that ability for you to have all what you're thinking about or you love to experience in the new country of your choice.
And also, like you earlier stated, that students can go for student loan options.
Yes.
Yeah, so explore student loan options, but be aware of interest rates and repayment terms.
Definitely. If you're being given a particular amount of money to pay off your tuition fee, you are expected to pay back within 5 to 15 years after you've gotten a job in that new country you find yourself. The payment plan will be agreed by you and the company issuing you the loan so that it will not be a burden on you when it's time for you to pay back your loan. But definitely, it's something you can think about. You don't have to go into it immediately. You
Yeah.
can take your time, think about it, digest it if you know that this is what you really want to do. But that option is available for international students.
Okay, so our second point, common mistakes to avoid when studying abroad, is a lack of research. A lack of research. So, a lack of research before studying abroad can lead to a less fulfilling and potentially challenging experience. It is important for students to thoroughly research the destination, the university or institution, and courses offered, also the cultural forms and customs of the country. This will help you make an informed decisions and ensure that the program aligns with your academic and personal goals.
Yes, now you're going to a school you know nothing about. That is something I would not want you to be bothered about. If you've done your findings properly and you can put that in your statement of purpose, some knowledge about the school, the reason why you are choosing that destination, the admission team will be well informed that you are already inclined with the education system
Yeah,
of the school you about to
yes.
get into.
Yes, and also it's good for students to research on the academic structure of the university, familiarizing yourself with the university's curriculum, grading system, and academic expectations can ensure a smooth transition and help you stay on track with your degree. And also, it's good for students to also research on language barrier. Learning some basic phrases in the local language can make everyday task easier and faster connections with locals.
Yes, I don't think that it will be a problem. You not being a citizen of that country and willing to learn
The
their
language.
little
Yeah,
language
for
of
little
which
transactions like transportation and all of that, if you are able to understand their language,
definitely that is very
is an
important.
advantage. Is a
Yes.
big advantage. And also it's good for students to also research on the visa and immigration requirements. This is very key. Yeah. So thoroughly researching the visa application process and immigration regulations can prevent delays or complications. If you get your visa documents right, you won't have any issues getting your visa approved.
Yes, and if you have to do all this, you need to put in that application early.
Yes.
If your intake is around September, it is not expected of you to start putting in for your visa by late August or early September. Some schools might only want to give you 2 weeks extension. That if you cannot get your visa within this period, there is nothing they can do about it. So it is best for you to get all this information on time.
All right, and also is important for students to research on networking and support. Researching student organizations, alumni networks, and international student support services can help you find a sense of community and build a support system.
Yes, it is very important.
So our next point, missing documents. That's another mistake we should avoid when studying abroad. So students should ensure that all application documents are complete, not including all the documents you need for an application is a red flag for any admission officer. To process an application, a university must be able to verify the information and they use various documents to do so. So students should also ensure that all documents for the visa application are in place so they don't get refused. Incomplete visa documents can lead to a visa refusal.
Yes, because at the admission level, some of the school would even require you to send in a scratch card for them to check your O level results. That is for you to know how transparent the O process is for the school and also for the team. You need to know all this early enough so that that will not be a problem at any point at all. So I have one or two points to also share with us because today only would not be enough to give you all those common mistakes to avoid while studying abroad. So I want you to also note that valuable information from other students abroad is very important. Now, this is somebody who has gone through the process with Sable International staff. We've trained them on how to put their document together, the right time to put in for the visa. They would be in the best position to advise you that yes, Sable International staff are good at what they do. And these destinies, yes, and you can check all of our social media handles for all of this information. And lastly, delaying your visa application is also one of the common mistakes that you should not even make. Don't even think about it, please. No, like my colleague rightfully said the other time, if you are for September intake, it is wonderful enough for you to have your visa with you a month before your program is starting. And lastly, guess what? We'll be having some of our students a one-on-one section where you can ask them questions. How was the how was the process with Civil International? Were you charged at any point, or you just got the offer and every other thing? The pre-departure, were you also advised on what to pack, when to pack, and every other thing? So you have this opportunity with Civil International.
Yeah, so we'll be having one of our students to at least to testify. Yeah. So I think we've come to the end of today's podcast.
I know you will have questions for us, but not to worry. You can drop your questions, inquiry at the comment section below. And we at Sable International will definitely reach out to you as soon as possible. Do enjoy the rest of your day and bye for now.
Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.